great day, as I always say. Thank you for being here with us today for the CBA Connect, also known as Coffee Chat. Today, our focus is some academic planning and understanding what the course selection process is going to be and just getting a little bit more information. It is already the 2nd of December, and we are heading towards the end of the semester. So today we're focusing on what is left of this semester, what is coming, and also some information that you must know. Next slide. We did a quick check-in already, but if you haven't done so already, just let us know how you're feeling today. I shared that I was between a 7 and a 5 combination. I feel like I'm doing great, but I'm also melting. All right, let's go jump into our school report. Ms. Ortiz, next slide. We are in the 17th week of the second quarter. That means that we're almost done, everybody. Our quarters are usually only 20 weeks. So if we're in the 17th week, we have about 3 weeks left, including this week. So after this week, we will have 2 more weeks. The quarter ends on the 19th of December, and that means after that, we go on to winter break for 2 weeks. We are going to have you check e-cadence for class grades, assignments, and information. The official semester grades, which are the ones that go into a student's transcript, and in high school, those are the ones that you use for college. Those actually will not be turned in until the last week of January. So students will have some time if they need to finish some work or if they need to connect with teachers this week or next week to do some of those assignments. The last week, I don't know why that says, oh yeah, that is correct. So next week, 12/8 to 12/12. All of next week is a regular week, but it is also the last week of our synchronous classes. So the final week of the semester, which is the 15th to the 19th, we do not have synchronous classes. That means that students are not meeting with their teachers to get new assignments, to turn stuff in, but they are meeting for office hours. So because we have a 20-day window of when assignments can be turned in, we don't have any extra work that last week. So students are usually just meeting with teachers to either turn in work or to connect with them. There may be some classes that they do have to turn in a project, and so they may be meeting for that. But when I say no synchronous classes, I mean no additional new work that last week. And on the 18th and 19th, if your students are here at CBA in the building, we are on a minimum day schedule, so they are going to be able to stay from 8 in the morning until 12:30 in the afternoon. Usually that is from 8 to 3:30, but because they're minimum days, we do close earlier on those days. So I just wanted to let you know of that time change in case you were dropping them off that last week. Next slide. All right, explore more. Our next field trip is to El Morro Bay, and that is happening on the 8th, which is next Monday. It will be a field trip in combination with CBA and e-learning students. And e-learning students are students that are concurrently enrolled with us from the entire district. So we hope to have a good mix of students. They are going to be 7th through 12th grade, so it will be a combination of students, and that will be led by Ms. Spencer and her team. Also next week is our winter market day, and that is scheduled to be, and correct me, Mr. Ortiz, from 2 to 5, but we are asking people to be here by 1 to set up. So if you are interested in doing a booth or something like that, that is coming up. Is that correct, Mr. Ortiz? Is it 1 to 5 for setup?
That is correct, yep.
Okay, awesome. You to come by and participate. We will have student vendors, community vendors, parent vendors. It's just an opportunity for you to explore people's talents, to support them, to buy anything maybe you're looking for the holidays, or just to hang out. We should have some great coffee and some other booths that are always fun at the event. All right, we continue to have our partnership with the Boys and Girls Club, specifically for the College Bound program, and we have Miss A. Murillo, and she is on campus on Fridays, and so we have heard from students, right, that they want more college and career experiences, they want more information, and so their job is really to support that and planning and to discuss opportunities. So that will be on Fridays. We also have an on-site tutor, Mr. Alonso. I just wanted to remind everybody of that. Sometimes students get stuck and they're like, I don't know what to do. You can drop them off at CBA. Diego Alonso is an alumni from CBA. He just graduated, so he's very familiar with how our system works, and he is here Mondays and Wednesdays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we also have another tutor, Priscilla, in the evening, Margot, and a CBA alumni as well, who does tutoring virtually in the afternoons. And as you see, Ms. McGuffin is here with us. She is our counseling intern and is supporting students, also running some groups. And then Ms. Hajiz will be taking over Ms. Saldivar. I'm just sharing all this information with you because there will be some transitions for second semester. I want to make sure that you are up to date with that. All right, we're still, again, pending the results of the fall seal by literacy and more information to come as it relates to the 8th grade pathway to biliteracy. Next slide. All right, so this last month, we had the opportunity to participate in the Forestry Challenge, and we went with Oxford Academy. It is an event that happens once a year with many different schools. It is a competition, and so schools that want to participate sign up for it during the summer. This year we took 5 CVA students. Last year we took 3, and they learn about forestry, they learn about measuring, they learn about the conditions of forests, etc. And they're given different challenges, and then they also have to do a presentation. And so we want to give a shout out to the students that attended this year, as well as Miss Park. This was a 3-day overnight trip, and it was really, really fun. I think being out of their element and being in community with other students, it was really fun. So I would definitely encourage students next year to participate, and wanted you to know that this opportunity is available for high school students for next year. And it is only from 9th through 12th. I know we have some 7th and 8th graders that wanted to come. So like Ethan, for example, wanted to go last year, but he was an 8th grader, so he got to go this year. All right, next slide. In addition to that, ASB is going strong. This year we have the most students in ASB that we've ever had under the leadership of Ms. Clean, and also they have been doing a lot of activities, and one of them was a scavenger hunt. Some of the events have been student-led, and so it's really, really, really cool to see the participation, not just from the students leading the activities, but also in partnership with teachers. And so you can see a picture of that scavenger hunt that happened. Next slide. All right, at this time, I'm going to pass it over to Ms. Saldivar, who is going to go over the 6-year academic plan and course selection. But before we do that, I want to see if anyone has any questions or any comments before we move on to a completely different topic than the school report or activities. Okay, any questions? All right, I'm going to hand it over to Miss Saldivar. Well, she just stepped up for a second. Sorry, Miss Saldivar. All right, handing it over to you. She's going to discuss with you some academic planning and what you should expect as your students are moving on to next year, and also the considerations for courses. Miss Saldivar.
Thank you, Ms. Vasquez. Ms. Ortiz, can I share my screen or?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Let me stop sharing.
Let me go here. All right. So we went into the classrooms before Thanksgiving break. So that was a week ago into the PE classrooms. So all of our students were able to, this isn't up, let me update this because it wasn't seniors. We did not do the seniors since they're going to be graduating. But anyways, so the academic plan is a plan that basically is for students to record all the classes that they have taken from grades 7 through 12. The goal of it is for them to map out or visualize what they need for graduation, A through G, which are college requirements, college and career requirements. Then there's the graduation distinction, seal of biliteracy, so forth. It is always accessible. It is live and can be edited. Click slideshow. Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a little bit bigger.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss. Oh, there you go. Perfect.
All right. And students will be editing their plan every single year. So they just finished it about a week and a half ago, and they completed that already. So for my 7th graders, I know my junior high kids get very anxious because they're like, I don't know what I want to take senior year. Why are you making me do this? But I always stress to them, like, it's okay. Take a deep breath. It's not permanent. You will be editing every single year, and it's just what you feel at this moment. So I always make sure I reiterate that for them because they do get a little anxious, which is normal. So the reason why we're doing this is because honestly, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So what we did go over was the graduation requirements. So we didn't just go in there blindly and say, hey, everybody put in your classes. We did go over the graduation requirements so they know exactly what they need to have. We also went over the A through G requirements, which again are the college requirements in order for students to be eligible to apply to a 4-year university. We also reviewed experiences. So what are some experiences here at CVA that students can complete by the time they graduate senior year in order to, for example, if they want to complete dual enrollment, CTE pathway, seal of biliteracy, all of the above, etc. And then we also gave them like a little cheat sheet where they can see what classes each grade level they have to take. So we also made it a little easier for them per grade, like a little cheat sheet for them. And then they did this via eCadence. So they just logged into your eCadence. And you parents, you should be able to see this as well. Please let us know if you don't. But you are able to see your kids' academic planner under the Success Center. And it looks something, let me go there. It looks something like this, where you will see 9th grade. I don't think I have, there we go. You will see 7th all the way to senior year, and you can see what classes or what they plan on completing every single year. Okay.
Miss Aldebar, really
Yes.
quick, as a parent, when you say I should be able to see it, am I logging into my parent portal and I can
Yes.
see it, or am I okay?
Yes, they should
Okay.
be able to. I was told they did. And if
Okay.
they don't, then we can definitely request that. So that's kind of what it looks like. Again, this is not permanent. Okay. They can edit and will be editing every single year up until their junior year. Okay. So any questions regarding the academic planner? I know we went through that pretty quickly.
Is there? Oh, there
Yes.
was a question. Yes,
Okay.
go ahead.
I have a question. Yes. So when I look at, we joined pretty late.
Mhm.
So the teacher said that he only needs to complete the week 16 assignments. And they said they will clear the previous assignment due, but there's like infinite amount of red assignments like still. So every time I look at it, it's like really jarring.
Yes.
And I don't know when it will be cleared.
My guess is that if you join in week 16, that would be probably just 2 weeks ago, and we had a week off. So I would give it until next week. But they do have the start date, so they will clear those. But because work is due once a week, they're always
Mhm.
catching up on grading a week later.
Uh-huh.
And so,
Okay.
yeah, we can't really fix that. But just to reassure you, whatever your new start date is, they will take whatever the transfer grade is from the other school that they were in, and they will excuse the assignment. So definitely they will do that.
Okay. So
Yeah.
before the end of before the winter break, it will be cleared?
I would assume definitely before the winter break that's appropriate, yes.
Okay.
And grades are actually not due until the week when we come back from, let me give you the exact date. Grades for teachers are due January 9th. So the final
Uh-huh.
grade will not be posted until like January 14th. So we're still
Okay.
over a month away. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
No problem. Um, uh, Other questions regarding the 6-year plan and what you're seeing? I had a question, Miss Saldivar, because I'm also a parent. I think this process could be a little scary when maybe you don't really know like what this should be taken. I know when you meet with students, there are required courses and there's some elective courses. Does this academic planning reflect that, and do they get guidance in selecting their classes based on what they may be interested in is appropriate for them?
Yes. So, like I mentioned, there's like little cheat sheet guides for them. For example, experiences. They can see if a student wants to complete up to 1 year of college credit or potentially more. These are some of the courses they should be taking. If they want to be A through G, seal of biliteracy, CT pathway completers, here are some courses that they should take. So they are given guidance and support. And more importantly, we double check all of it. So once they complete it, we look at it and then we make sure that everything is lining up in terms of graduation requirements and that it is meeting their goals. So once we check it, we clear it and we accept it. And that is what gets inputted into Aries for course selection, which is a different topic I'm going to talk about. But no worries, we always double check to make sure students are putting in the courses that should be towards graduation, A through G, or anything that they wish to complete. Any other questions? No? Okay, so let's move on to course selection because that's coming up. So course selection is different than the academic planner. The academic planner, remember, is a vision, a map of what students wish to take or complete by the time they graduate high school. The course selection is for students every year. They have to do what's called course selection or course registration. So they select their courses. So for example, if you have a 7th grader right now, in January, when we come back from break, they are going to be choosing their classes for 8th grade, right? If you have an 8th grader right now, in January, when we come back from break, they will be choosing their classes for high school. So, and so forth. Okay. So this is a very important process because this is what's going to determine what classes they will be placed in the following school year. Okay. So we start that early on in January. Okay. So January is when students select if they want to take a college class, an after school ROP class, which I will go over in a little bit, foreign language, electives, all that good stuff. So this is what we're going to be going over when we come back in January. Ms. Hachis is going to be doing this presentation. And this is also an opportunity for students to tell us, hopefully not, but if they do plan on transferring back to their home site, they need to fill out a form so that we can start that process as well. Okay. I'm going to skip some of these slides to get to the courses here. So I have this information is going to be shared with parents and students. And again, this is what's going to be presented for the students. So we will give them the academic rubric, which tells them exactly what they need for graduation, A through G, NCAA. NCAA is for students who are looking at playing Division 1, 2, or 3 at the college level for sports. Okay, and then credit recovery. Any student who earns a D and or F will be automatically placed or offered summer school for credit recovery. So hopefully we don't have many of those, but we tend to have a sprinkle of them. So they will be offered that opportunity, and please make sure that the students pass their classes so we don't have to, they don't have to do summer school for credit recovery. So we have numerous e-learning courses, so they will see which courses are available to them after school. In this case, these are the evening, right? Later in the day, not during the day. So these are the courses that tend to be 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. We offer dual enrollment, which are courses that are 100% free, that give your students the opportunity to take college classes and earn high school credit and college credit at the same time. So again, they're 100% free. Cypress hasn't already sent out, we constantly communicate, but they already have the spring courses available for students and the summer courses that are going to be open for grades levels 9 through 12 for next school year. So there is a difference between embedded and after school dual enrollment. You will hear those two terms. Embedded are courses that are during the school day. So for example, our juniors take the history class. That's during the school day. After school would mean, right, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, even 7. And they're online. What I do want to warn families is that students who do not pass any dual enrollment or college course, meaning they don't have a C or better, they get a D or an F or a WF, that does impact their financial aid when they apply their senior year. So it is very, very important that students who do take advantage of this amazing opportunity, that they take these courses very seriously and that they do pass, because there is an impact if they do not pass. And I'm going to stop there real quick because that's a lot of information. Is there questions regarding e-learning, dual enrollment, high school graduation requirements, or does that make sense? Okay.
Ms. Aldebar,
Yes.
thank you so much. I'm going to have you continue, but I just wanted to let the parents know that I have to step up for a few minutes. If you have a question, if you can let Ms. Aldebar or Ms. Ortiz know, and then I'll get back to you. So if you see me disappear, I have to attend to something really fast, but I'm hoping to get back. All right? It's nice seeing you. Thank you, Ms. Aldebar.
Thank you, Ms. Vazquez. So we do offer numerous honors and AP courses, advanced placement. These are more rigorous courses, so they are faster. They do cover more material during the school year, and it's a great way to prepare students for college. Any student who wishes to take an honors or an AP course must sign what we call the memorandum, MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, meaning that they understand that they are registering for courses that are more faster paced and will cover more material, and will have to take the AP exam in May. Okay. Concurrent enrollment is an amazing opportunity for our students. Many students come in thinking, when I go into an online school, I have to do 100% online. That is not accurate. Students are able, I'm sorry, let me send that to. Students are able to take up to 2 classes at their home school. So many of our students, for example, will take their elective courses or sports. So we have students who are taking the 5 classes here at CVA, and then they take soccer or basketball or football or so forth at Kennedy, Cypress, Anaheim, Magnolia, Catella, their home school. We also have students who are in band or in any, I lost the word, art classes. So it's not just sports. It could be sports, band, art, CTE electives, which are the career technical education courses, ROP courses, basically any electives they can take. So for example, I have students at Magnolia right now who are taking JROTC and Vietnamese. Okay, we don't offer Vietnamese at CVA. So they are taking that foreign language. So any course that CVA does not offer and your homeschool does offer, students are able to take up to 2 classes at their home school. Now, what does that look like? So they take 4 classes online, which vary, right? In terms of time. They take the 2 at their home school. That means that Monday through Friday, they're going to period 3 and 4 or 1 and 2, depending on what time the class is offered. They go every single day for those 2 classes or 1 class, depending on how many they signed up for. And then they leave. So they arrive at the start time and they leave after their class has completed, and they go back home and they do the rest of the courses online. Okay. Any questions about concurrent enrollment, AP, or honors courses? No? Okay. So for concurrent enrollment, if students are interested, I do need them to tell me in January. These courses do fill up very quickly, and I do want to make sure that I submit the form. It is a process. So any student who wishes to do concurrent enrollment, I have to submit a form. Then it gets sent to the parent for approval. Once the parent approves, both site principals need to approve it as well as district, and then we enroll the student. So in Aries, what you're going to see is Cambridge Virtual Academy, 4 classes. Magnolia High School, 2 classes. So you will be able to still track their grades. Okay. It is a little bit of a longer process. That's why we want to make sure we get started early. And more importantly, I want to make sure students are able to get the classes that they want. If a student is out of Anaheim district, can he take these classes? So the student in this case will not be out of Anaheim district. When you enroll at CVA, you are part of our district. So we would just have to look at which home site is closest based on your address, and or look at it what we call a interdistrict transfer to see if we can just ask for special permission for the student to take the course at the nearest high school available to them within the boundaries of AUHSD. So because your student is a CVA student, they are an Anaheim Union High School District student. Okay, we just we look at that a little bit differently and see if we can get like what we call special permission if we do not offer the class. So if we don't offer the class and the student wants to take sports or a different course, then that we don't offer, then we look at that very carefully and look at which high school is closest to your home and ask for special permission. Okay, great question. Any other questions? No? Okay. So they do have to fill out a form. Okay, again, all of this will be shared with both parent and student. We have the seal of biliteracy, so students who are wanting to complete the California Department of Ed state seal to receive a seal in their diploma. This is for students who are completing a foreign language. Okay, there's eligibility requirements for this. I'm not going to go super into detail. However, know that this is a great opportunity for our students to become, to get their seal of biliteracy in a diploma. The seal looks like the one right here on the bottom that they get in their diploma. We do offer CT pathways here at CBA. So we have, as of today, we have 3 career pathways that students can complete. These career pathways, when they do complete the pathway, they do graduate with distinction. So there's normally what we call a concentrator course, a capstone course, and then sometimes an additional course. For the most part, in these cases, we only have 2 courses, so it completes it within 2 courses, and students can graduate with career distinction at the graduation. So we have the digital design, visual media, and arts, which is our graphics design focus. We have software and systems development, which is our like computer science. And then we have entrepreneurship, which is our business program. Okay. Now you might be wondering, how do I know, like, what do the kids do in this class? What is it that they, do? Or where's the course descriptions? I do provide all of the course descriptions. Also, teachers do have videos and flyers to give students better perspective of what they're going to be doing in the classes. And I'll show that in a little bit. So for example, here are some flyer for graphic communications. You can see what they're going to be working on. Here, there's clickable links, for example, where it will take you to a video that will show you or the teacher talking about her program. Let me go here. We have project management, so more details about what this class is all about. Data analytics, mobile app. Again, these are all videos that students can watch, or parents, to learn more about the courses. We have several here, so I'm not going to play every video, but I do want you to see that every class has some type of course description, pictures, videos, something to give the student an idea of what this class is going to be all about. Here's foreign language. We have so many amazing programs here. And then we do have ASB, right, which is our associated student body, our leaders on campus, which anyone is welcome to join, no prior experience needed. We have clubs like esports. We have RSVP, which is another club. And then, of course, we want parents to be involved. We always welcome parents to be involved. There's various opportunities that Mr. Ortiz will be emailing, sharing on the newsletter, communicating with families so that you can join us in some way, shape, or form. Now, for summer school, I talked about dual enrollment summer school. They have not sent me yet the courses or the flyer that we're going to be offering, but that will be coming up pretty soon. And we're definitely going to communicate that with parents and students. The way students sign up for these courses or interests, it will be again in January when we start enrolling. ROP, I mentioned ROP, those are after school courses, career-based courses like medical careers, nursing, what else I'm trying to think, auto, etc. And these are 100% free. Students do need to register. I know summer gets super impacted, meaning a lot of students district-wide are taking these classes and there's only a limited number of spaces. So it's very, very important that students, if they are interested in these courses, that they sign up fairly quickly. And then they will get an email saying if they got accepted or not. I'm going to stop here for a second. Is there any questions so far? Okay. We will be offering summer acceleration, meaning if students want to accelerate, for example, we offered in the past U.S. history. They take U.S. history in the summer so that next school year as a junior, they don't have to take the U.S. history class. It opens up an opportunity to take another elective, for example, a foreign language, a CTE, a dual enrollment. We also offered graphic communications, pre-calculus. So you can kind of see health is always one that we always offer. You can kind of see which courses we're offering for acceleration. I have not updated this because it's from last year. However, once I receive that information, it will be accurate. But for the most part, it usually remains the same. So again, these are for students who want to accelerate in the summer so it can open up an elective opportunity next school year. Okay. Okay, so here are the course guide lists that students are going to be given. So I'm going to go ahead and click on, for example, juniors. This will help guide students better understand what offerings we have and what they should be taking. Okay, so they will have the opportunity to go through this and select their courses for the following school year. All right. Now, I did mention to you, let me go back one, that where can students find, why isn't it working? Okay. It's not working, but I will fix that. Good thing I checked. Where they can find course descriptions, I do have a link for them. Now, how are students going to register? They're going to register using their eCadence. Okay, so in January, they're going to log into their eCadence. They're going to go into their Success Center, the academic planner that we talked about, and they are going to add their classes. So they're going to enter their courses for that school year. Okay, so if you have a 10th grader right now, they're going to be entering courses for their junior year. And those will be permanent, right? In January when they register, like a 10th grader here, as they're choosing their classes, those will be permanent because they're going to be added to Aries, okay? This is different than the academic planner where they have to fill out every single grade level. We're only going to have them fill out the following school year. So you can see what they're going to be, you know, what they're choosing, if it's honors, regular, what electives, and then this will be due in February. So we go out in January, but we don't expect students to sign up for their classes right there and then. We go out in January and we give them about like 3 to 4 weeks to kind of do research, see what they want to take, talk to their friends, their teachers, their parents, before they commit to the course. Okay. And then once February comes around, that is when it becomes permanent. Okay. And it goes into Aries. And those are the courses they're going to take for the following school year. All right. I know I spoke a lot. So let me know if you have any questions for me or comments or concerns regarding anything I said today. And then Mr. Ortiz, I'm going to stop sharing so you can share the other slides that we need to continue with. The coffee chat. Any questions, feel free to unmute or post it in the chat. No questions. All right, Mr. Ortiz is going to present there. What's the next slide? Do you want to talk about that, Mr. Ortiz, the showcase?
You got it.
Thank you.
Yes, okay, perfect. Awesome. Yeah, thank you guys for listening to Ms. Salivar. And in kind of thinking about also, you know, the opportunities that we provide here at CVA, we want your students to be highlighted. And this is really important for us because, again, every student here has a unique story, reason why they're at CVA. So, you know, all the showcasing that we do for our students, parents, you guys will see that as well coming up, especially this upcoming week with the Parent Leadership Academy that I'll be talking about at the end. But for students, we want to make sure that if your student has either like a specific job that they want to highlight, they play a sport, maybe have a business or a hobby in general, as you guys can see here in our screen, we have students that do a lot of different things. And we want to highlight them. We want to showcase to the district as part of Anaheim Union High School District what CVA students are about. And again, it's not just the student part, which is really important. We want to also have them develop these 21st century skills, which is them going out and doing the things that they love. So if your student has one of these or anything that your student wants to share, encourage them to email me. Email me at Ortiz_JA@auhsd.us. So again, good opportunity to highlight your student as well. Additionally to that, give me a sec here. Here. For parents, we want to really encourage you guys to also join us in these conversations as we are doing, for example, here today in the coffee chat. But we are building and piloting a new community and parents advisory board. It's pretty similar to a school advisory board or a school opportunity for parents and ourselves as administrators, staff, and teachers to be able to join in and hear you out. Hear the partnership that you have, which is really important, especially because you guys have them more than us on any given day. So your feedback is really important on how we can do better. And you guys will receive emails and surveys and stuff like that. So really encourage you guys to take those and finish them so we can go ahead and build a better CVA as well. Really what we want from you guys, if you guys want to be part of this parent advisory board, is attend a monthly meeting to discuss, to advise, and to plan out our school community school site council, like I mentioned. There's other parent leadership opportunities. For example, ELAC, which is the English Language Advisory Committee, as well as our parent-teacher student association meetings. This will all be in one meeting. So super easy, you know, if you're in one, you're in all of them. So we're trying to make it super simple for you guys. So let me know. Email me again if you as a parent are interested in being part of this advisory board. trust me, your voice here, since we're a small school, is really heard. And we definitely take that into account when we're making decisions as a team. So reach out to me. I'm more than happy to start including you in these meetings, okay? All right. And as well for parents, again, this coffee chat really is to encourage you guys to really highlight the importance of your role in your students' education. And again, there is a big component of family engagement in our school. We really emphasize the importance of leadership at home, and we're going to start building some workshops for parents with other parents. Finishing off our leadership academy that you guys see there, we're going to start building new parents and involving them in new opportunities and having you guys facilitate some of these conversations, really. So this is a good opportunity for you guys to get out of your comfort zone as well and be that leader that you already are at home, now in an academic space. As you guys can see here too, we do have like the PTSA, we do have some leaders there, and we want to kind of encourage them as well to, keep on inviting other parents to these advisory boards and opportunities for fundraising. For example, coming up soon, we're going to have our market day, which is hosted by our PTSA, and this is a good opportunity to fundraise, but to also be with students and interact and ask them about their story, not only as a CVA student, but also as a vendor, as a marketer, and all of the goals that they have with their business. So again, this is a student and parent-led event that we're going to be hosting coming up soon. And that's it, guys. Do you guys have any questions or comments, either for Ms. Vazquez, myself, or Ms. Saldivar? ¿Alguien tiene alguna pregunta?
Mr. Ortiz?
Yeah.
I had a question about to share our hobbies or passion or the things that we do. We need to I don't know, like answer some questions or
Yeah, so it is a survey that I send out once you confirm with me that you're interested, and then you can fill it out. It talks about, best practices and what hobbies you have, and if there's anybody here at CVA that has influenced you to, follow a passion, etc. in your life. Yeah, it's very much in that sense.
okay, can you send it for me, please?
Yeah, of course. I'll put note here that you're interested, and then I'll send you the link, okay?
Thank you, Mr. Jason.
You got it. Anybody else have any questions? Any other comments that you guys would like to say in this chat?
Yeah,
Una
Miss
pregunta
Natalie?
para la señora Natalie.
Oh, sí, go ahead.
Sí. Quisiera saber si mi hija para el 9º grado tomaría una elective en su homeschool high school. Y si ese horario de esa clase interfiere con sus clases regulares online, ¿qué se hace en ese caso?
So the parent is asking if her student, who's currently a 9th grade student, does concurrent enrollment at her home school for an elective, and the timing does not align with her CVA courses, the times, what happens in that situation. So en ese caso, señora, lo que sucedería es la inscribiríamos en el electivo en la escuela y si, por ejemplo, en una clase aquí en CVA es al mismo tiempo que la clase que ella tiene en su escuela, dos cosas suceder. Si tenemos otra clase aquí en CVA, obviamente la voy a cambiar, ¿verdad? Para que no haya conflicto. Si no hay otra clase y va a haber conflicto, que desafortunadamente hemos tenido con otros estudiantes, se le comunica al maestro de aquí de CVA que el estudiante tiene conflicto, y se requiere que el estudiante asista a las horas de oficina del maestro o la maestra, ¿ok? Fuera de la clase, y que nomás con que ella siga viendo los videos que están grabados de la clase y entregando su trabajo, nadie le va a decir nada mientras ella esté pasando su clase. Ahora, si está fallando y no está haciendo la clase bien, entonces vamos a tener que dar de baja de la clase que tiene ya en la otra escuela. Pero si va bien y está entregando su trabajo, no se le va a decir nada.
Ok, muy bien. Muchas gracias.
So basically, I was informing parent that sometimes we do unfortunately get conflicts with students who have concurrent enrollment at their home school. And by conflict, I mean sometimes it's around the same time as their CVA class. And unfortunately, that's the only CVA class we have. So in those situations, which we try not to have. But in those situations, we just tell students that they are required to attend the teacher's office hours and or schedule time with a teacher. All courses at CVA are recorded, so they are also required to watch the recording and submit the work. So as long as they're watching the recording, submitting the work, communicating with their teacher, it's going to be okay. They can still continue with concurrent enrollment. If they start to fail their course here at CVA because of the conflict, because they can't keep up, then at that point we would consider dropping the student from concurrent enrollment. Okay? Great question. Buena pregunta. Any other questions?
Yes. I missed. Hello.
Yes.
Yes. I missed the date, that the last date that we have to enroll for the next semester. All the classes
So that's for the
that we
student.
choose.
The student deadline is going to be in February. We're still not. We might extend it, but it's going to be the second week of February. I don't want to give you an exact date just yet because this is a rough draft. It's going to be finalized by next week when I get all of the information. And we will be sure to send that out to students. And I usually communicate with Mr. Ortiz as well, and he sends that out to students as well. I mean, parents. In his newsletter. So it will be communicated, very clear deadline. Trust me, we will send several communications out. And
Okay.
it's in February. It's like around the second week of February.
Okay. And also, I tried to log on to Aries with my email and also student email, and I couldn't. I don't know why, but um anyway, I'll ask you again through my email then.
Yeah. Or Mr. Ortiz can help support as well if you're having any issues.
Yeah.
I know you're new to CVA. So if
Mhm.
you're having any issues navigating in Cadence, Aries, and or have questions about getting involved here as well, Mr. Ortiz can definitely connect with you and help support you navigate that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Would you like that? Would you like for him to reach out to you to schedule a meeting?
Yeah. Yes, he did help me last time,
Oh,
but for some reason today I couldn't log on again.
oh.
So I need help again. Thank
We'll
you.
check it out. Yeah, we'll check it out together. Okay, Miss Mina.
Mhm.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, he's amazing.
All right, thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Any
Bye.
other questions, comments, or concerns?
A question.
Yeah.
What is a passing grade for 7th grade?
So seventh grade, for every grade level, we want them to pass with C's or better. That's for A through G. But however, for graduation requirements, it's a D or better. But we don't aim for D's. We want to push the students for C's or better.
Okay, and if my daughter has like a D minus, would that mean that she have to take summer class?
No, D's are considered passing for high school as well. D minus is D plus, D. Yeah.
Okay, so she has to be failing a class to take a summer class?
Correct. Failing a high school course to take a summer course. Mhm.
7th grade is considered high school courses
No,
too?
no. So if she does fail a junior high course, unfortunately, we do not offer credit recovery for that. She just moves on to the next level the following year or the next class. I'm only referring to high school courses. If students get a D or an F in a high school course, we do highly recommend and require them to take summer school for the high school students.
Okay, because I know that my daughter is doing poorly in math, and that's why I was just concerned if she has to take summer course for that, and she's in 7th grade.
No, but she still has an opportunity to get that F up.
Mhm.
So, we have we have 2.5 weeks left of school. So she has 2.5 weeks to get it to a D or even a C. So I would highly recommend that she communicate with her teacher, go to office hours. We have tutors. You can bring her in person if you like, or virtually. But I have seen students bring up an F to a D or a C, and when they start coming to tutoring or communicating with their teacher. So there should be no reason why she doesn't pass, because we have the support systems in place.
Yeah.
And she still has time. So we should be able to get her to a passing grade as long as she, gets the resources.
Yeah. For the tutoring for the virtual one, you mentioned it was like Priscilla. How do we get contact with her?
Yes, Mr. Ortiz, do you have a link available to send to mom, or we can always email mom too? Um,
I'll send another reminder to all families. Yeah, let me just send
Okay.
another reminder. Check my email, Miss Lara, and then I'll just put both the in-person one, like who he is, Mr. Alonso, and then Miss Priscilla Mergel for the virtual in the afternoons. Okay.
Okay,
Perfect.
perfect.
So we
Okay.
will send that out to all families with the links. You can schedule, there's a link that you join and you can schedule an individual appointment with her. That way they can help support your child.
Perfect. Thank you.
Of course. That was a great question. Any other questions, comments, or concerns?
I have a question.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Regarding all the information about the courses you mentioned, the ROP, the AP courses, you're gonna like send it to parents by email or through the newsletter?
Both.
Both.
So we normally do it through both. Yeah, Mr. Ortiz is really great at, as long as I communicate with him, sending that out. But we won't be sending that out until January because it's not finalized. So once it's finalized, you will be receiving all of that information um, via Parent Square, via newsletter, via email, all the things.
Okay, and regarding just a quick question regarding the ROP classes, is it virtual or in person?
The ROP classes are in person because they are hands-on courses. So for example, auto, students take an auto class, they take it in person. Medical careers is also in person. They have different courses available to students. Nursing. I think there is one that is virtual, which is a computer-based one. But aside from that, everything else is in person. They have a lot of great courses, and they offer summer and after school.
Okay, sounds good. Another question. I'm sorry to bother you.
No,
We
not at
live
all.
in Corona City, and my daughter, she's now in 10th grade. She loves to take some sports, but because we live far from Anaheim, so is there a way can she take sport in some of these schools nearby or no?
Not within the Corona district. It has to be within our district that she can do sports because she's part of Anaheim Union.
Okay.
However, I have seen students who are outside of our district who take advantage of like YMCA programs or like outside leagues that they join that are outside of the school district that they can do through sports. I know Corona has, I don't know if they call it YMCA, Mr. Ortiz, but they have like outreach programs that offer sports for kids in the community. So I would take advantage of those and or the outside leagues, unless you're able to bring her over here. But I know that's a big drive and a lot of ask. So
Yeah, it is.
unfortunately, as of today, we don't have something like that. She wouldn't be able to do sports at her district because she belongs to Anaheim Union High School District.
That's fine. Thank you so much.
Uh-huh. Any other questions? These are great questions. No? Okay, Mr. Ortiz, is there anything else?
That's gonna be it, guys. Appreciate everything that you guys do for us and your students. And yeah, they'll be ending the coffee chat with us today.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming virtually and joining us. We always appreciate the parent involvement.